Well, here we are in the fourth watch, just before the commencement of New Moon Day or sunrise for the first day of the sixth month. The full moon is setting in the west, and the stars are in their proper position for a first day, 6-month event, if you know what to look for. Because only the Father of Lights can teach us to number our days, not just one day, but every day. And we remain extremely thankful for all of the help and continuous learning from Bereans all over Earth on how the moon and stars rule the night, let alone the ongoing learning on how to forecast in advance and number our days with the 3 witnesses of the sun, 3 witnesses of the moon, and 3 witnesses of the stars. Hallelujah, that we can indeed number our days in advance with the lights from the Father of Lights. Again, not just one day, but all days. And many Bereans have taught us not to attempt to overlay the celestial clock and calendar of Yahuwah onto the Gregorian model. Because the Gregorian model, or the monthly view, promotes a non-scriptural 7-day continuous weekly cycle. Again, this is non-scriptural. Just as we have covered in great detail in our YouTube video entitled Man's Weekly Cycle versus Yahuwah's Weekly Cycle. Because with the celestial clock and calendar of Yahuwah, day 1 of any given month is always New Moon Day. And 7 days later, on the 8th day, is the first Sabbath of any given month. 7 days later, on the 15th day, is the second Sabbath of the month. 7 days later, on the 22nd day, is the third Sabbath of the month. And finally, 7 days later, on the 29th day, is the fourth and, yes, final Sabbath of any given month. And for those that do forecast their days in advance, let alone number each and every day, are well aware of the 3 witnesses of the moon that anyone can see. So many Bereans go out just after sunset, and many of us witness these 3 daily witnesses of the moon in the fourth watch, which are percent illumination, number 2, degrees to true north, and finally, degrees to and or beyond the horizon. Isn't it just awesome that this celestial timing piece that hangs in the heavens is created and maintained by the Father of Lights? No man can manipulate it. Because, hallelujah, day to day pours forth speech, and night after night, with the sun, moon, and stars, reveals knowledge. Because the Father of Lights is the only one that brings out the constellations in their proper seasons, in which these 3 witnesses in the heavens, or shamayim, give light to the earth. We would like to thank Ramon and Marcy out of Texas, a couple that is in their 80s, for their help of late in the workshops as well. As Bereans all over the earth are continuing to learn further about the laws of the heavens and how Yahuwah, the Father of Lights, set their rule over the earth. and how the moon and stars rule by night. Hallelujah! We can indeed test and prove this celestial clock here and now, every day, annually. And thank you to our Berean friend in Ireland for sending his shots of the first day, 6th month. And as well, a beautiful and wonderful Berean couple from Alabama. All the best to each and every one of you in the name which is above all names.